Welcome. This is Crimey Queen. This is the channel where we are having fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. If you're new to this channel, this is Mother Eve, of course, and this face, the expression is the I am that I am, which was the name given as God to Moses. Of course, the dots on the face is where we are connecting the dots. Dots equals the that in the I am that I am. If we do the numerical value for dots, it's the same 1, 3, 13. Okay, so here we go. I am the I am. All right, so I felt it was very good that we could have that facial expression that when we are meeting somebody else, we are able to identify God in however we perceive that to be in that other person, that W that we would be faced with. Remember, if you have watched this before, I've also come to the conclusion when we are faced with another, we are also faced with our W or AW. Okay. And this is the sacrifice template. And I just, in case, as I say, if you're new to this is the numerical values for the letters of the alphabet. If you are new to numerology, you may need to have a look at some of my presentations on templates to actualizing soulful love. Okay, this is where I explain. This is jazz. This is where we do our jazz thing and we're just having fun. And this is where agreements are done on number 2. This is where we are on 3. We are being lucky or we feel lucky or unlucky. On 4, we are having developmental stages where we make more profound decisions which may lead us into having going into this new dimension where Eve appears here because we have Eve. Okay, let's put Eve here proper because this is meant to be revelation here. RE, and of course Eve is in revelation, and jazz, let's see, but JA. Okay, I'll have to rewrite this, but this is the jazz, JAS, and it's meant to be BKT here, BKT and JAS. Okay, and we go into this dimension here, which equals the Christ spirit. And of course, from Christ, when you're in Christ, you're a new creature. We call that new creature the Fox City. You go to Fox, of course, this is when you have been illuminated somehow, have your third eye open within the new stage with Christ. Of course, when you are in a new place, you are experiencing and seeing newness. But of course, to get your way around, you get orientated with your area or wherever you're at, and which we call Fox. We see a crosshair, that is this crosshair. It denotes your getting familiarized with that area that you find yourself in. And of course, you are on Fox journey. No, you are on Fox here, but here you are on Gypsy journey. And on Gypsy journey, this is where you really know you become illuminated. It's like you have gone around, you know who you are, you know the decisions you need to make until you go into headquarter zone. This is headquarter zone here, and you pay your inland revenues because there's always a shedding of old skin or shedding of whether it's decluttering your home or your mind or something, and to have new birth, creating new room for new birth. This is what we do while we go around this journey on Gypsy journey. You are making sure that you're traveling light, you are not carrying things that you no longer need, and so on. All right, so I'm going to do this exercise on how 9 becomes 6 because I find it very interesting a lot of times. In fact, in the start of my presentations, I was doing that. In fact, saying, of course, we know that 6 can be 9 because hence we say you give someone a 6 for a 9. All right, so we also see on the 9 column, of course, let's see, okay, so let's do the exercise here because I feel this is where we can do that. So I have done, this is I have done this, but I'm going to give it another name because that was not the intention that I had for it. So I really would like to do how 9 becomes 6. So there we are, because this is the secret of what I have learned in the scriptures. This is why the book is so mysterious, and I think that is the main reason why the Bible is very, very mysterious, because the numbers references for one done, and people have not, like for instance, if there was 20, the word 20, we probably wouldn't do the numerical value for the word 20. We just keep 20 in our minds, and I'm not saying that we have to do this all the time, but I am believing that there was a different play with the words to have that done, and it's really working out wonderful. In fact, I'm finding it very delicious. So there we are with 9. Okay, so 9 is 4, 9, 5. Sorry, it's 5. First one is 5, 9, 5, 5. And I like when all these fives come together. It's that it kind of really makes me feel good. It's because it just tells me that we are in that new column when we do the 3 fives, because 3 fives are 15. This is the 5 numerical value, NEW. This is the 5, and it has a foot here. The L is a foot that takes us into that dimension, into that area. It's like taking us to that area of elation. I think I really like it. Not I think, I do. Okay, so let's do this. So we see this is where God says, I am the beginning and the end. And in the word 9, only has 9 and 5s, but it actually has 3 5s, which is 15, and 1 and 5 is 6. But we've done this, and I find this is very interesting. Apart from having that, this is what I also want to show. The power of that word in is here. That's the power of that word. It's in. It's in 5 here. 5 and 5 is 10. If we do this here, this becomes 10. And that on the sides, it's like showing there's another explanation about when the Spirit of God was on the face of the waters, of the face of the deep. So we know like everything was split. So we could see where those fives have been split as well. Well, that's my kind of thing. But let's add this up and we'll see. So this is where we see 9 is beginning. This word 9 is beginning. BEGINNING. That's beginning. And this is end. End. So we also have this numerical value, that 6. When we add this together, for instance, and this is before I say 6, add 9 and 5 together, that becomes 14. 14 is 5. So we see that would be another 5. So that would be like 5, 5, 5. 3 5s 15. We could say that. And 15 and 1 is 6. So basically, when we add all this together, because we know if we add 6 and 5 together, we are getting 15 anyway, and 1 5 is 6. So 6 is the numerical value for all these numbers here together. Now, I also done the numerical value for the word start. START, which is 29121. So that's 12. That's 12. Let's say 12, and 3 is 15. 12, 13, 14, 15. So 5 and 1 is 6. But what I'm saying here now, this is what we get from the word 6, from the word 9. From the word 9, we get 6. And this is how 9 becomes 6. Yes, I love it. This is how 9 becomes 6. Oh, we'll be having so much fun here, because I think this finding is really going to unravel so much in the Bible. It's already unraveling a lot in the Bible. We have seen that with the story of Sarah and Abraham, because when Sarah had this numerical value of 20 instead of 21 as in the original, and I was thinking, well, there has to be, it's that Emmett Fox thing. Nothing comes into your consciousness unless you find something like itself on which to connect to. So basically I was looking for the things that really connected Abraham and and his wife Sarah. And of course, there was the H representing the ladder, the way you go up in this illumination. But apart from that, I felt that there had to be something more because the numerical value did not change in Abraham. And I was wondering, well, why would God not change that, of course? And there I also understand that 5 letters from the word Sarah and 5 letters from Sarah and 7 letters from Abraham, the word Abraham, 5 and 7 together is 12. And their sons would have 12 children each. So that made sense. That made sense. But when I was getting the numerical value for Sarah as 20, it wasn't, I wasn't making much sense out of this. So hence, I done this exercise of doing the numerical value for the word 20, and voila, it was 26. Anyway, not to take away the focus of this wonderful finding, how 9 became 6. I hope you have seen this is how 9 becomes 6. It's right here. Thank you. I hope you have found this fun. I hope you have found this, and it's a fun thing to do, really. And of course, it's informative because it holds some value. Okay, thank you. If you like it, click the like button and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualize in self-full love. In the meantime, stay blessed, stay blissful, stay bright, and be a field, because we are planting new seeds. This is the field we are planting. The field is here. It's all here. We are planting. Okay, stay ignited. Namaste. Thank you for watching, and spill over with love.